In a big to-be-seen development, the United States House Committee investigating the January 6th Capitol riots will hold its final meeting this Monday, wrapping up its year-and-a-half-long inquiry by asking the Justice Department to investigate potential crimes. The committee, which consists of 7 Democrats and 2 Republicans, has interviewed more than 1,000 witnesses, held nearly a dozen hearings, and collected millions of documents as it worked to create the most comprehensive record of the insurrection on January 6, 2021. The committee on Wednesday is expected to release its final report, which could include hundreds of pages of findings about the attack and Trump's efforts to subvert democracy. Committee members will review the highlights of their findings at the Monday meeting. The chairman, Representative Benny Thompson, has said the committee will make criminal referrals to the Justice Department recommending prosecution, but has not disclosed who the targets would be or whether former President Donald Trump would be among them. The committee has focused squarely on Trump and efforts by the then president in the weeks before the attack to overturn his 2020 election loss to Democrat Joe Biden. Lawmakers have suggested changes against Trump could include conspiracy to defraud the United States and obstruction of an official proceeding of the United States Congress. Recommendations by the committee will add to the political pressure on the Justice Department as it investigates Trump's actions. Attorney General Merrick Garland last month appointed a special counsel, Jack Smith, to oversee investigations related to Trump, including one that is focused on the insurrection and attempts to overturn the 2020 election results.
We must stop the steal, and then we must ensure that such outrageous election fraud never happens again, can never be allowed to happen again. But we're going forward. We'll take care of going forward.
My name is Mary Claire Jelonic, and I am a congressional reporter for the Associated Press. And next week, we are expecting the House January 6th committee to complete the bulk of its work. While it hasn't been scheduled yet, we're expecting to see a business meeting, as they call it, on Monday, at which they would consider criminal referrals, potentially for former President Donald Trump and some of his associates. And they will also be voting, most likely, to adopt the report, the final report, which will be hundreds of pages of their findings. While it's going to have other aspects to it, looking at security failures in the Capitol, which were obviously there were a lot of massive security failures that day, but the committee really has been focused since its beginning on Trump and Trump's role in what happened that day, which was hundreds of his supporters breaking into the building, pushing past police, injuring them, and interrupting the certification of Joe Biden's victory. And what they have been examining is what Trump was doing in that time in the weeks leading up to it, as he pressured state officials, as he pressured Justice Department officials, as he pressured his own Vice President, Mike Pence, to try to find a way to overturn the election. And because of those time pressures, there's a lot of things they haven't been able to do, including talk to Donald Trump himself or talk to Mike Pence, Trump's vice president, who was a central figure in this day. And although they haven't talked to them, they have talked to more than 1,000 people. And many of those people are White House aides, White House associates, and people who were either with them or who were aware of what they were doing in the weeks ahead and that day.